I'm Eric Olinger. I'm a global principal technologist with Equinix. If your organization is using a legacy MPLS WAN, you're missing out on opportunities to improve your performance and to lower your cost. So let's talk a little bit here about what an MPLS network is. An MPLS network would connect remote locations together. And an MPLS network at its core is built using provider routers, or what is referred to as the P router. Surrounding the P router are the provider edge devices, and then we connect in last mile that is closest to the facilities. And this is where we would find the customer edge or CE router. And then it would connect through to remote facilities, data centers, and our other facilities that are on this MPLS network. And this is all delivered using private-based connectivity in an MPLS WAN. But customers that had MPLS WANs eventually wanted to have other forms of bandwidth that were less expensive. And many were already sitting on internet connections. And these internet connections were less expensive. But what the internet connections lacked was an overlay solution to create tunnels between locations. Many OEMs actually created solutions to be able to leverage both of these paths. But this is the premise for what is now known today as a software-defined WAN solution, or SD-WAN for short. And there's a big difference in how you can build these. Let's talk about a better way to build the solution. If I took the same 3 locations and wanted to build an SD-WAN solution that had the best of both worlds, I could leverage a solution that starts at an Equinix IBX. And an Equinix IBX stands for an International Business Exchange. And between the Equinix IBX locations, Equinix has a series of predefined connections that are high-speed, ultra-low latency, network as a service, and we call this Equinix Fabric. So this would replace the MPLS connectivity of the previous solution. Now, the next form of connectivity that I need to get is from the remote location to the IBX. And in many cases, this is where customers would actually leverage technologies like carrier Ethernet to replace MPLS and provide a very similar performance at a lower cost, and that would be the carrier Ethernet solution. You can still use the internet connectivity as an alternate form, and now we're going to deploy our SD-WAN devices. And these SD-WAN devices can be deployed in Equinix either as physical devices, or they could be as a virtual networking function on our Network Edge platform. Many of which your providers are already on that platform, making it very easy to spin up. Now, I've got very high-powered global networking available at over 270 Equinix global facilities with private network connectivity that offers low latency, and we could do multi-point networking between locations, which takes the shortest path, and it'll give you a low-cost solution to deliver that. And this is all accessible via API to allow you the capability to increase or decrease the bandwidth as you need. But many organizations in a modern sense are going to need to add cloud connectivity. And for cloud connectivity, Equinix is actually the world's largest home of connections like Amazon Web Services and a Direct Connect, Microsoft Azure and an ExpressRoute, and Google Partner Interconnections. The speed to provisioning a network like this can now be measured in days versus weeks or months. I've actually had a customer build a global WAN in under an hour during an outage. This will provide you lower costs for your egress fees And it'll give you neutrality between carriers, both internet and network service providers, also from public cloud providers, and give you optionality for where the right home is for your workloads. There are many ways to refresh your network using an SD-WAN solution. Talk to Equinix about how to build your next-generation, AI-ready network. And to learn more about how Equinix helps enterprises future-proof their critical IT workloads, please use the link in the description. And thanks for watching.